Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that, now we are moving on to a very special character, the keynote speaker and the guest of honor of the Winfield Academy graduation ceremony 2022. Professor Ravi Dissanayake is currently working as the head of the Department of Marketing Management, Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies, University of Kelaniya. He obtained his first degree in marketing management from the University of Kelaniya and later completed his MBA from Postgraduate Institute of Management, Sri Lanka. He obtained his Doctor of Business Administration from the Business School of European University, Switzerland, and successfully completed his PhD at Taylor's University, Malaysia. He contributes to the industry as a consultant for leading corporates and holds some advisory roles in the national level committees in Sri Lanka. He is an avid scholar in the field of marketing and strategy, having publications in reputed index and refereed journals. He represents the editorial board for five reputed journals, and he is the chief editor of the Sri Lanka Journal of Marketing as well. Professor Ravi Dissanayake is the chairman of strategic think tank of Brand Sri Lanka Export Development and Tourism Promotion Project, which was initiated in the year 2017. Further, he serves as a member of the panel of judges to EFFIE International Advertising Awards, organized by Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing from 2016 onwards. And Professor Ravi Dissanayake is a member of the panel of judges of NCE Export Awards organized by the National Chamber of Exporters of Sri Lanka from 2019 up to date. Ladies and gentlemen, let me now take the honor and privilege of inviting Professor Ravi Dissanayake, Head Department of Marketing Management, University of Kelaniya, to deliver the keynote speech.
Hi, born everybody. What a lovely day of seeing these enthusiastic and energetic faces, reverence, and all the invaluable presence of the head table, faculty members, visiting faculty members, graduates, and the well-wishers. In fact, I recalled my very first degree convocation day, same place, the main hall, BMICH. In fact, it happened 2005. I got kind of honor document with the good colors of the degree performances. And then by accident, I met one of my school teachers in the same convocation. He has attended for one of his relatives' convocation. And I quickly went after my parents. I went and worshipped my teacher. And he also was a product of University of Kelaniya itself, I think economics department. And I worshipped and said, "Puta, degree gattada mom ko sir kila. Dangwat igana ganna try karanna kila." Still, I recall that statement what he made. And same thing happened to me, not in this my motherland and the soil. It was in overseas, Switzerland. When I was there as a participant to the graduate ceremony for my DBA program. And then she's a Swiss lady, I guess. And she said, "Okay, I went through your profile. I think with this qualification, now you can rethink about what you know." These two inspirational statements gave you a lot of avenues to think, as my friend talked here. Behavioral learning. Today, I'm representing a national university. It's University of Kelaniya. It has the motto, the title, or we can say in market language, brand statement, Panyaya Parisuddhati. Wisdom makes everything clear. Not qualifications. Nowhere we mention qualifications. With my respectable note for your hard-earned qualification, it might be postgraduate diploma or degree or master's. In fact, these are very essential for you today, because we are in the era everything is governed by not rules or procedures, governed by the knowledge. And knowledge is the asset of the world, in the world, sorry, which expires every second. Right? Which expires every second. That's the beauty of this asset. And there's something never expires. Can you guess what it is? I said knowledge expires every second. But there's something in this world never expires. That's called learning. Learning never expires. Right? Even Lord Buddha accepted what he sermonized Dharma as his teacher. Without a teacher, it means a learning process, you can't survive. And in fact, giving endorsement to my friend again, today is one of the lovely days in your calendar, in your life. I don't know the personal profiles or your marketing, you would have learned this family life cycle, whether you are a bachelor or a newly married or full nest 1, full nest 2. I think that's enough, full nest 2, right? Or 3 or 4, whatever, that's up to you. Use this photograph, your qualification, as one of the inspirations to your well-wishers around you. If you are a parent, please show to your kids. And my next, not the advice, I am not in a position to give advices to anyone. Just a thought sharing to you. Today, because I'm also hybrid into academia and the industry works, no one expects people come and work in an organization to answer 4 questions. You would have answered questions in your examination. When you have been hired for an organization for a designation, let's say it's a supply chain manager, brand executive, assistant finance manager, you name it, whatever position you talked, you are expected to provide solution for problems. In fact, the same ideology I and my faculty members in the Department of Marketing Management, University of Kelaniya, we always do follow. We are not making people, once again, to go to industry, workplace, and answer 4 questions. There are many to answer 4 questions. You know why answering 4 questions will not be the asset for organization? Because they answer without understanding the question. Right? Most of the people answers 4 questions without understanding what the question is. That's why we say people like you going through a very rigorous academic process with this eminent faculty and the recognized institute. And of course, I got quick information about your partnered universities. These are very good, recognized. But in fact, what I do say is, with this qualification, you are expected a lot. When you paste your name in the social media with this qualification in your visiting card, when you are being called as a person with this and that qualifications, you are not generally expected. You are specifically expected. So then you have to make the justice for what you learn, your qualifications. That's why I'm coming to a point called difference between knowledge and intelligence. This certificate endorses only one thing. You have some kind of knowledge. My PhDs, DBAs, masters all do express one thing. I have a knowledge. But what matters is to provide solutions for problems. What matters is intelligence. Buddhiya. දැනුම නොව බුද්ධිය. මම කනගාටු වෙනවා දෙමළ භාෂාව බැරිවීම ගැන. ඒ ගැන අපි රටවැසියෙක් විදිහට කනගාටු වෙන්න ඕනේ. සිංහලෙන් මම කිව්වා, I wish if I had a chance to say the same thing in Tamil language as well, because these 2 languages are our country's languages. So what matters is buddhiya, intelligence. Knowledge plus discipline make intelligence. So you are today onwards are responsible to mark you not as just a character. You as a qualified person having at least professional discipline. Forget about social discipline. Professional discipline. If you have professional discipline and plus the knowledge you gathered, you contribute for intelligence. That's why there are many people in our rural community, farmers, indigenous doctors, even our grandma, our grandfather. They never been in school, but they are qualified in the school called, or university called, University of Life. Their intelligence is unimaginable. What we say in knowledge management, tacit knowledge. It is not in this document. At least I think people like us should say that, because we have these papers. These papers do not exactly endorse you as the intelligent asset, but it is a knowledge asset, which is very important. But to transform the organization to next level, we don't need people to come and say, yes, sir, yes, boss, yes, madam. Please challenge your manager. Please challenge your CEO and say, yes, sir, it is good, but this doesn't work for today's contest. But when you challenge for the same thing, it's done by your senior management, you need to provide two things. One is solutions, at least options. You can't be a criticizer like most of the political people do. You can't be a criticizer. Anyone can do criticisms, but hardly people do constructive criticisms. So with this knowledge, try to get discipline to what you do. Then any forum, you have to stand out and say, no, this doesn't work. Then they will say, what is your option? So then you must have options, or at least solutions for what you claimed as new. That's why I said, there's something in this world never expires. It is learning. If you don't learn out of everything what you face, you never be intelligent person. Start learning from everywhere. Including a three-wheel driver, you can learn something out of it. Be a good researcher in your workplace. So it's my common statement. There are marketers in this country, they do everything besides marketing. There are human resource managers in this country, they don't feel human as the most precise asset in the organization. Hiring, firing, these dead and gone principles. Today, multinational companies, they rename their HR department as People Value Department. Maybe there are people in the same field. Finance people, my friend, please get out of your so-called cube. Open. Today's, I think, term blue ocean is very famous for the business. One of the key matters is finance and accounting people should reshape their role as partner role, not administrative or auditing or controlling roles. Why I'm saying that, I can see all these faces in this audience. I can see accounting faces, marketing faces, supply chain faces. Finally, you have to speak one language called strategy. Even I'm representing the government sector, I have seen this. Shell-minded people. You can see only the figures. You are a finance person. Marketers always challenge to finance people without any logic. No, please be literated about finance, then you talk as marketers. Brand managers, most of the brand managers are agency coordinators. They don't live with the brand, right? They don't live with the brand. This is what I said, discipline. right? When you get a job, you go deep of it, be a researcher, take the ownership of your duty, right? If you don't take the ownership of your duty, you are ever a slave to someone. Just imagine one thing. Most of the people, you are dreaming for a nice house, nice car. Yes, good, we should have it. Happiness is very important. And finally, you build a house and 8 million loan. For next 25 years, you pay the loan. But imagine who is living in the home? Your servant. Where are you and your spouse? They're in the road, workplace, right? That's where we have to have self-management. If your workplace is the second best home in the world, I repeat it again, if your workplace is your second best home in the world, make your workplace a very nice, value-driven organization. Forget about the designation of CEO, chairman, accountant, marketing manager. We all are human beings. Personally, I do that. I have some of the students even here. For discipline, I like number one. I maintain discipline in my classroom. 8:30, chance 8:45, chances being given, then close the door out. Right? But unconditionally, I'm flexible. They should have dropped me an SMS. You can see my lecture plan. I have mentioned my mobile number. 24/7, it works. If you have some emergency, because you can't predict the traffic, අපි මහා පොළ ජීවත් වෙන මිනිස්සුනේ. We can't predict the traffic. Just drop a message. Sir, I'm getting late. Manager, I'm getting late. Dear customer, I'm getting late. You got a customer appointment 10:45. You're stuck in the traffic. This is called discipline. Just drop a message. I'm stuck in the traffic. It may late 15 minutes, but try to reach 10 minutes, within 10 minutes. Then less promise, over delivery. Where this discipline is, it is not in the syllabus. It is not in your certificate. It is in your character. So this country needs not managers. This country needs professionals. වෘත්තිකයෝ තමයි අපට අවශ්‍ය. කළමනාකරු ඕන තරම් ඉන්නවා. What professionals do? They do disciplinary work. හැදිච්චකම තියෙනවා. Disciplinary work. Right? කොයි මහත්තයා කවදාව ස්ලිපර්ස් දාන කුඹුරට යන්නේ නැත්තේ? Respect. හොඳ මේසුන් බාසුන් නැහැ වැඩේ වුණාම මොකද කරන්නේ? අපි කරන්නේ මේ වැඩ. මේසන් හැන්ද හොදනවා. He starts a fresh day tomorrow. How many of you start a fresh day on Monday? I have doubt. You go to your table and see what you should have done in the Friday still available in the mess. Then what? It's a mess. It's not a table. You start the day 2 days before. Learn from everywhere. That's called discipline. Without discipline, you can't transform organizations. Without discipline, you can't justify what you do. That's your profession. The knowledge is there finally, yes. I will take my last 5 minutes. But today we are in the digital era. Knowledge is everywhere. If you want to stand out as a personal brand, remember, knowledge has less chances. Why? It's just few words typing, you get the knowledge. You download everything. We are not checking memories in the exams now because memory is no needed. It's artificially available. But we check what? Sense. We need people to read the things, read the data and information, sense for the next step. State universities have changed, transformed a lot in terms of student assessment. I believe you too. Today, if you want to stand out as a personal brand in your profession, what you need to be expert is mindset and skills. Skills, always very precise. Mindset, how you come and read the unknown future. When everyone sees problems, if you can see opportunity over there, then you have the mindset. When everyone gets panic with the all these contextual issues, pandemic situations. Everyone gets panic. But if you have leadership, you never get panic. So my last thought is something I took from African proverb. A bunch of sheep led by a lion even can defeat bunch of lions led by a sheep. I don't know whether you got my point. Should I repeat it again? Bunch of sheep led by a lion can even defeat bunch of lions led by a sheep. Are you going to be a member of bunch of sheep or bunch of lions? None of them. Don't ever complain of your team. They are less qualified, they have no experiences, body, matured. Remember, getting old never guarantees maturity. There are 65 years old people working with 25 years old matured young. Maturity is very important. So here onwards, you become the corporate leaders. I wish it to be. When you lead your organization one day, when you lead your division one day, maybe you are leading small team. Don't ever complain about their skills, professional values, their drawbacks. Forget about them. But if you can be a lion out of them, they will read your attitude. They will reflect your attitude. That's what I said. Even bunch of sheep, battle රැලකට පුළුවන්ලු සිංහරල පරාජය කරන්නත් හේතුව තමයි their lead is a lion. So be a lion. That's most important. Be a lion. Most important. How to be a lion is not strength of the arms or the muscles. It's attitude. What attitude matters to create a personality. My last 1 minute. I know you all are using social media. Social media is an asset. Every practice has a theory. You know, social media theory is called social capital theory. Check your mobile phone, how many numbers you have, contacts. Go and check your Facebook, how many friends you have, maybe 3,000 plus, 5,000 plus. How many times you have used them for a meaningful cause? You get panic when someone makes some so-called emotionally embarrassed matter. You also get fired. You like, share, engagement, comment over and again, but your profile says MBA, postgraduate diploma, degree, everything. They don't read you, they read the qualification first. I can't do that in my social media. They will first read my qualification. This man is a professor, look at the way he has done the comment. That's called personal branding. Be a good personal brand, manage your emotion. If you can't manage your emotion, your life is going to be a mess. Respect to everyone, respect to people. These are not in your qualification. What I said earlier, knowledge is guaranteed, expires. Learning never expires. Do the best for your profession, make your parents happy, your family happy. Be an inspirational character. To be an inspirational character, you don't want to be a CEO of a company. In your given position, you can do the justice for your institution, your qualification, and always carry the good name of our country. Don't always think about the negatives going around. You start the positives, you can do that. At least we, our generation, we hoist our flag into the height in this world. Thank you very much.